You're watching She Speaks Live.
I cannot even imagine that. I got way more questions. But before we get into more questions I have with you, Keke Wyatt, my sister, my friend, my ride or die. First of all, I love you and I appreciate you so much. Because this is my friend in real life, y'all. Like all that, but that's a whole nother conversation. On a serious note, you went through a really dramatic and traumatic, life-changing experience, and you happen to be married to the person that you went through that with. Yeah. Can you take, for people who haven't heard the real story, and not the radio, gossip, blog version, but Keke's version of what happened in your situation?
Oh, what makes it worse is that I had to do it in the public eye, and a lot of people didn't know that.
Right.
Like, all that fake smiling and that, girl, look.
Right.
It sucks.
Right.
I'm glad that I went through it. Why? Because I'm able to sit here today and help other people that may be going through it and they don't know how to get out of it. The horrible part about it is I stayed as long as I did for my kids. Your kids are resilient. They will bounce back like a bouncing basketball.
Right.
Don't stay in no crap just because of your kids. I've gone through 2 divorces over ignorance. And the first time I stayed because of kids, and the judge looked at me and said, either you stay and I take your beautiful, precious little beings, or you get out of there. And I already was like leaving anyway. And we were separated for 2 years, living under the same roof. And I know, just dumb. Just dumb.
I mean, like you said, you were doing it for not just yourself.
But when you're in that state of mind, for mothers out there that feel like they should do it for their kids, don't do it for the kids. You're just making things worse for your kids, and you don't even understand how bad.
Right.
Like, when your children are watching you being choked, that plays in their head. When your children are watching, you know, mommy and daddy go back and forth at it, boom, 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 that's traumatic for children.
Yeah.
And thank God that when that whole situation went down that everybody don't know about, because I had to be quiet for social media and purposes and management and all that, don't talk about it. You know, I just hate that being quiet, everybody then thought I was crazy because they weren't getting the story. But I'm just glad, being my oldest now, he was a little bitty feller. So it wasn't so bad then, but I was stupid enough and stayed for 9 more years.
It's not stupid. It's love. And it's, I mean, you know, in hindsight, you see that it's stupid.
But see, that's the thing. I didn't really love him like that.
Oh, really?
Oh, no, I didn't.
So was the relationship, okay, so you said, Christy, that you didn't really have any warning signs, right?
I had warning.
You had warning signs, but not your typical warning signs.
Now that you can't always see your picture when you're inside your own frame.
Girl,
everybody else sees your picture.
You really can't. It's
you're
true.
inside the frame. You can't see your own picture. Everybody around her saw it. Everybody around me, my friends didn't like him. My family didn't like him, but they never came to me and told me.
He kept me from all my family, all my friends.
Yeah, that's a warning sign.
That's a
worst warning sign ever.
Isolation. What people don't understand is that 75% of all cases of domestic violence happen when a woman is leaving the relationship. That's when she's most in danger. But a lot of people stay for a whole lot of reasons. Number one, it's normally the kids. They stay for the kids. Sometimes they stay for finances. That probably wasn't her case, but a lot of women stay because of finances. A lot of them stay. 99% of them stay because of finances.
Yes,
believe it or not.
and I have friends that
syndrome. You ever heard of Stockholm syndrome, where somebody gets kidnapped and they become loyal to the person that's kidnapped them and abused them? Well, just imagine
because of fear.
Being abused by somebody that you love.
Excuse me.
Abusers don't come up to you and knock you upside the head. You either fall for them or you get attached to them. Because even though she wasn't in love with him, she had an attachment to him. Okay? It was familiar to her. And the cycle of abuse involves the abuse, the honeymoon stage. You know what I'm talking about? So sometimes these men that are abusing you, they're very, very sweet. Very,
and
very
patient,
sweet.
I guess, huh?
I'm talking about very, very sweet, like total opposite.
Yeah.
This particular guy right here was not hitting me, but when I think back, he was emotionally and verbally abusive.
And see, I didn't go through physical in my second marriage. It was that.
Yeah, well, people don't understand
The emotional.
but it breaks you down.
Yeah.
It breaks you down. If it's the only thing I can say, me and this guy didn't even live together. He never got a chance to touch my core. He never. That's why I'm so strong. That's why I'm able to fight for other people, fight for women, and that's why I was able to get up out of a coma and
Yes.
start fighting.
Come on.
Because he never broke the inside of me. But let me tell you something. The best
You
thing
too, boo.
Listen, the best thing that she could have done was leave because she had children.
Young man, whoever you are, out there in this world, considering hurting a woman, beating up on a woman, throwing acid in a woman's face, understand that karma and God are two forces that you don't want to mess with.
Hold
and
up.
ladies,
Think about your mama. Somebody doing it to your
mama. Isn't that? Think about exactly. Exactly.
Because you know, boys love their mamas.
Yeah. So imagine it being your mom or your sister.
Yeah.
Just any woman in your life that you
Yes.
love. That's crazy.